What is up guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm starting a new series in my channel where I'm going to cover up some old devices still worth buying in 2025, how it will stand up in 2025. This is a new series in my channel, so that it's a very fun series to watch and you guys will have a lot of fun in this series. And today video, first episode, we have a old champ in 2022. It was an old champ. It's a Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. And yeah, this is a pretty old phone. It's 3 years old phone. Now it's a successor A56 is out. So it's a pretty old phone. Pretty old. So how is this phone in 2023, 2025? Is this phone still worth buying in 2025? Is this phone worth your money? So we're going to find out in today's video. Let's start with this video. Before starting the video, this is your bro Ahil and you're watching Tech Universe. And if you like this, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe and press that bell icon. And as always, let's start a video. And let's start with this phone basics design. You can see the design is pretty much dirty now because there's a big reason behind this dirty design. I'm going to tell you in a later on video, but first let me show you a design. It's a plastic build, no glass or something like that, because nowadays Samsung A56 A36 comes with a glass bag. This comes with a plastic polycarbonate bag, which is pretty cheap quality plastic. And you can see the quad cameras are set up. Is given 64 megapixel main, and sides has volume button, power button, and up there one single microphone. Over here nothing. Bottom you have a SIM tray, type C port, and speaker gray. You can see the SIM tray is also a bit broken because it's an old phone and it was dropped very roughly, but the SIM tray was broken. So yeah, design I would say it's a pretty plastic build. What will you accept from like, what will you think about this phone? Like, it's a pretty basic type of design, because nowadays in Walmart and Amazon this phone is selling around $190 to $90 even. So it's a pretty cheap phone. When it was launched it was $400 phone, and now it's pretty cheap. So yeah, so and it's offering many things. It's offering which is pretty nice in this budget. So yeah, so let's start with this. Now let me show you the one cons of this design. Samsung phones has one problem which I find in my old Samsung Galaxy A30s and my A20s. The back panels of the phones come out. If you can see this phone back panel is coming out. I have put 4 times I put a glue on this phone, but the back panels keep coming out for some weird reason. You can see the back panel is completely coming out. No battery swelling, nothing. It's just a manufacturing defect. I have put glue many times. You can see the back panel is completely off, like completely. So this is a manufacturing defect in Samsung phones, and I have to, if you are seeing this video, if the Samsung brand is seeing this video, so I have to tell you that this is a poor quality. Please make your phone's quality bit better in the design wise, because back panels over the years come out is a poor quality mistake. So yeah, but overall this phone is still pretty worth it buying. The design, if you are buying this in used market, please do check the back panel of this phone, because it's very important to see the back panel. Otherwise this phone is a solid option. Now let's talk about this phone's screen, because screen is this phone big highlight in 2025. This phone comes with Super AMOLED 120Hz display, inner display fingerprint scanner, and this is the AMOLED display with 120 Hz of refresh rate, so pretty smooth touching over here there. But it's a pretty nice Super AMOLED panel, and you will get some pretty promising colors. So from a display wise, you will get you will feel like a new phone, and the bezels are also pretty nice. It's not like something thick bezels. It's pretty decent enough bezels. Bottom trim is also pretty nice. It's a punch hole given, pretty small punch hole, so it's a pretty decent over design. And you can even play videos, and colors will produce pretty nice. Let me show you one video. This phone only supports 1080p videos you can play, not 2160p videos, but you can see the colors on this phone. It is promising, like seriously, you can see it's pretty much promising colors. Samsung brand is known for their displays and cameras, and this is the pretty nice demonstration. This phone display is pretty vibrant and pretty beautiful, I have to say. Still in 2025 this phone stands up in the competition with the screen. It offers a pretty nice screen, solid display, and you will have no problem from a display side. And speakers on this phone is also dual stereo speakers, but over the time I've used this phone, the speakers loudness has gone a bit down, but still pretty loud speakers. Let me show you the music as sample. But display wise, you won't have any problem with this phone. It's a pretty solid display. Talking about speakers on this phone, so let me just higher the volume. Still pretty loud and beautiful looking. Still the speakers are pretty loud and pretty decent, like the loudness, because the dual stereo speakers, so the loudness of this phone speakers are pretty nice, but there are many more phones. It supports Dolby Atmos, so the speakers and display wise you won't have any problem from this phone. It will offer you the best experience from a screen and display wise side, because it's a pretty decent screen and pretty decent speakers, so it's amazing solid option for display and speakers. Talking on this phone other specs, like this phone performance, here this phone gets a bit down because it has Exynos 1280 processor, which is a pretty heat up processor. Right now I'm using for a video, I'm filming this phone and it's heating up right now. And Antutu score is pretty decent. It's 4 lakh score, which is pretty nice score. You can see it's 4 lakh score, 4 lakh plus score, and it's pretty nice. But you can see the heating up is also pretty much. Right now it's not heating up that much, but it heats very much. If you are doing demanding tasks in this phone, it will heat up a lot. If you're doing some demanding, if you're playing some games and you are doing some actual multitasking, this phone will heat up a lot. I'm telling you that. But the performance is decent, but it's not something fast. Like you can see it actually lags sometimes. Like if you're doing heavy multitasking, this phone will lag. Like for example, like it's smooth, but it's not as smooth as it should be. Like what can you do with this phone? Like you can see, like it's not as smooth as it should be. It takes time to launch apps, and you can see there's a lag comes sometimes. So yeah, it's not the smoothest experience you will get. The app launching time is also a lot. So if I launch S4 over here, it will take a while to launch. Like now modern A56 and A36 takes only minutes. On the other hand, this phone will take hours to launch. So yeah, you can see it's taking a pretty big while, like taking pretty time. You can see how much time it's taking. But when it launches, you can play PUBG at normal graphics, because now phones A50C, A56 and A30s can play PUBG at higher graphics settings, but this phone can play at normal balanced settings. And you can go see the going back time is also pretty much, it lags going back. So yeah, performance, you won't get a crazy performance because the old phone already got 3 years of OS update. By the time, over the time when you get more and more software updates, the phone performance gets dropped. Same goes for this phone. So performance, you won't get something crazy, you can't expect. From a performance side, you will feel a big problem. If you are using this, if you want this phone as a primary driver, this is not your daily driver, because I'm telling you the performance will sucks on this phone for sure, because you will feel lagging or Android Auto everywhere. It will feel laggy, I'm telling you. But the display and speakers are still thumbs up. For now, performance, I will give you pretty like scores you can see on my screen. Pretty decent scores, not something crazy. Talking about this phone, other specs, like this phone web camera. Now the camera is still good in the 2025 standards. It has 64 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro, and 5 megapixel depth sensor, and 32 megapixel selfie in the front. So camera still stand up a pretty well. Like let me show you some quality samples on this phone. Over time, there are many good camera phones out there right now in the market, but this phone, you can see a camera is still pretty solid for $90. No other Samsung and no other brand will offer this good of camera. It can record 4K 30 FPS of recording. Like I have taken this photo on the outside, and you can see the colors are pretty producing and promising colors. like you will expect a decent overall camera. Like this photo for a reference, you can see it's a colors and quality is pretty decent. Like in this price segment, no other brand will offer you this of a good of camera, because it can do 4K 30 FPS recording. It has OIS stability, OIS stabilization, optical image stabilization, 4K 30 FPS recording, night mode. It has offering a pretty solid camera setup in 2025, because no other brand is offering this good of the camera, but this phone is offering a pretty decent overall camera. Let me show you. You have a dedicated 64 megapixel mode on the back, and you can see the video recording. You can do up to 4K 30 fps, and you have optical image stabilization option. 32 megapixel front camera, I will say it's not too good, but the front camera is not too good. You can see like a front camera is not too much good, but it's decent. But the back camera on this phone is still stand up well, and it's still pretty nice. So camera wise and display wise and speakers wise, you will have a decent option in this price range. But performance wise and design wise, it's not a decent option. And for software wise, it's also a decent option, because it's not now, because it's only left with 1 year of OS update left, because now new Samsung phone like A06 has getting 6 years of OS updates, 6 or 4 years maybe. But this phone is only getting, right now it's on the latest Android 15 version. Let me show you. One UI 7. Let me show you. It is on One UI 7 with Android 15, and it's the latest version on this phone. And one last update, it will get Android 16 with One UI 8. That's a final update this phone will get, and after that update, this phone will get completely non-supported from software wise. So this is a final update, and you will know on One UI 7 features. There's all these features this phone supports pretty well. Like over here, the upper side dynamic bar, the now bar feature, the split screen, and these are features on this. A new control center on this phone, you can see. So all the One UI 7 features which are included, a new charging animation, this phone actually supports every of those. So software wise, it's not for now. If you're buying this phone now, it's not still a decent option, because after 1 year, after Android 16, this phone will be completely outdated. That's I can tell you pretty sure, because after 1 year of Android update, this phone will get outdated. And talking about the battery life on this phone, it also sucks, because the 5000 mAh battery, but over the time I'm using this phone, the battery is now draining in every 3 to 2 hours. This phone drains. If you are using heavily, this phone will drains in 2 to 3 hours. You have to find a charger behind you, because this phone will drain in every 2 to 3 hours. If you're using moderately, this phone will last you only 4 to 5 hours. That's all. So battery also sucks in this phone, and it has 25-watt super fast charging, but not too much fast charging, because now Samsung phones comes with 45-watt of maximum charging, so it's still slow. So let's go to a conclusion part. How is this phone buying in 2025? Is it worth it? Well, if your budget is very tight, because there are many options available in market, like A06, A16, if you want to do a little bit more higher, you can go for A26 or maybe A36. There are many good options. Or you can go from off brands like Poco and Xiaomi and Vivo. But this one, if you are really stuck with a tight budget, so this phone is, I would say, for a display and for a camera and for speakers, this phone is still a decent option. But for a design, software, performance, battery, all of these things are completely outdated. So it's on your choice how much you want to buy. But if you're looking for this phone, I would say it's not that a good of option for your prime. If you want a secondary phone, you can keep it as your secondary phone, but not as a primary phone, because this phone is not good for a primary device. So yeah, hope you guys have idea of this Samsung A53 5G. It still has 5G supportability. So yeah, hope you guys have this idea, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, as always, don't forget to subscribe. This is your bro, signing off.